Brent Randall in the KYCC studios, and we are thrilled to be joined by none other than Stephen Curtis Chapman on the phone. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Brent. Hello, everyone. Sure good to talk to you.
Nice to have you on the phone with us today. Now, you and I, Stephen, we are joined at the hip. We have talked before on the phone. We have been through this exercise before, but may I remind you that you and I share something in common. You and I both have a November 21st birthday. You're my birthday buddy.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I vaguely remember that now that you're saying it, and that we've maybe mentioned that or talked about that before, but that is very, very cool. Well, we're coming up on our birthday, so maybe we have to have a little birthday party for ourselves, for each other when I'm there in Modesto.
There you go. We need to do that. Yeah, I am. I hate to tell you, you're the young buck of the combination. I am 4 years older than you. I've hit 65. 65 is wonderful. You're working on it.
Man, well, see, you give me good things to aspire to. 'Cause, you sound, so young and just getting started. So,
there you go.
Us youngins, man, isn't it funny how 62 or 65 or 60 anything seems so much younger than it did when I was like, 12. 60 was like, wow, that's old. Now, nah. That ain't that old.
Yeah, no, the day I turned 65, the day you turned 61, I looked in the mirror and I told my wife, "How did I get here?" And she said, "Day by day." So
That's it.
Let me take you let me take you down memory lane for a moment, my friend. In 1987, April of 1987, it's Gospel Music Week in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're at the convention, and you get on stage and you perform your debut single, introducing yourself to a room full of radio people. You played the song Weekdays. You were wearing your mullet. It was 1987 after all.
Yeah, it was.
And you came off stage after performing a couple of songs, and I met you side stage, shook your hand, and said, "My name is Brent. I'm from Stockton, California, and we're going to be playing your stuff." And you very humbly nodded your head and said, "Thank you very much." That was our introduction. 37 years have passed. Okay,
man.
And you're still doing music. I'm still playing your stuff.
That is so cool.
So
I love that.
Here's my question for you, my 61-year-old friend. If you had the chance to talk to 1987 Stephen Curtis Chapman, what advice would you have for that young man?
That is a great question that I've been asked, and we've all, I think, pondered that. In fact, I loved Bart and the Mercy Me guys several years ago, did a song, Dear Younger Me.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that one?
Yes, sure do.
Kind of talking to your younger self. And I remember even then listening and thinking, I hear a lot of people say that, what would you tell yourself? And it's interesting. I would, I don't think, that there would be a lot that I would want to say, because it's the journey, and trusting God and watching Him work, and the moments of clarity and the moments of absolute confusion, darkness. I don't have any idea what I'm doing, and seeking Him in that, and then watching, Him direct, and looking back over your shoulder and saying, this adventure, great adventure, you could even call it,
mm-hmm.
has been more amazing than I could have imagined, and yet harder and more wonderful and all of that. I think I'd probably say to myself, you know what, saddle up your horse. Hadn't written that one yet, but I'd say saddle up, buckle in, hold on, and keep your eyes on Jesus, because it's going to be a wild ride. I think that's about all I would be able to say, but just keep following Jesus, keep your eyes on Him, and you're going to be all right.
Wow.
But it's going to be wild. It's going to be amazing and hard and great and all of those things, because it truly has been.
What a great answer. Thank you. You know what, I was thinking back in 1988, Sparrow Records, who was your record label at the time, Sparrow Records released a Christmas record. And I'm doing this off the top of my head, Stephen. I don't have it in front of me, but it was all the best artists of Sparrow Records in 1988 doing a Christmas record. And the reason I bring it up is because there were people on that record that are no longer in the middle of the Christian music scene. And I'm not going to name names because I don't want to throw shade on anybody, but you're still here. To what do you credit your longevity?
Well, it's, I mean, I feel like a broken record maybe in some ways, but the same, thing I was just saying, I think from the very beginning, the songs were written. That first time you met me coming off of that stage when I was just totally wide-eyed and just, I can't even believe I'm getting to do this, and I'm just being as honest as I can be, writing songs basically because I'm a terrible journaler. And so my songs are my journals, my journal entries. I get about one entry in a book, and then it never gets opened again. And somebody gives me one, for a birthday or something, and I do about 2 entries in that one. So, but songs are the way through the years that I have just continued to process, wrestle with, and really try to communicate the mysteries, the goodness, the blessings, the hard parts of the journey, just all of my journey, as a dad, as a husband, as a father, as a friend, as a follower of Jesus, all of that, through these songs. And I'm still all of those things, I'm still following Jesus. I'm still trying to learn how to love my wife well. And, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. I still need Jesus and His word and the truth and friends, and and all of those things that inspired all those songs. And so I as far as still being creative in that way, and honestly, I think even now, related to even this concert coming up, many people who know me well, closest to me, would hear me say recently, I don't think I've ever enjoyed playing music, playing my songs, singing these songs more than I don't think I've ever enjoyed it more than I do now. It's just, I don't know, some of it's the pressure is less, the years of growing and those years of GMA coming off the stage going, did they like me? Am I doing it good enough? Is the record company happy? Are they going to play my song? I hope, and all those things have kind of, some of those have died down to where, man, I get to play these songs and see it in people's faces that, gosh, that song was in my wedding, 25 years ago, or that song was played, when on our missions trip or our summer vacations, or, when I went to college, I needed that song. You hear so many great stories over the years. So those continue to inspire me to love doing this now, because I think in so many ways it not only, I say this in concert, my songs, help us remember where we've been, but also remember where we're going, which, we need that more than ever, too, with all the craziness in our world, to just remember, wait a minute, this is how the story, we know where the story's going, and we know we need to keep remembering that. So I love getting to do that. I'm as inspired to do that as ever. I don't travel quite as much, so the concerts are less and fewer and farther between, so it's special when I get to do it and be with an audience like I will there with you guys. And but I'm just as grateful as that first 1987 showcase at GMA Week when I just couldn't believe I was getting to do that.
That's a great answer, and it's wonderful to hear you talk about all the memories and the history. We've got Stephen Curtis Chapman on the phone. He is going to be in Modesto at the Gallo Center for the Arts, Wednesday night, September the 18th. All your tickets and details, KYCC.com. Again, that's at KYCC.com. Stephen Curtis Chapman in Modesto, Wednesday the 18th. Just one more quick question for you, Stephen. This current tour that you are on, what are we to expect on Wednesday night? Is it a full band? Is it an acoustic tour? What can our listeners expect when they get to Modesto on Wednesday night?
Yeah, this little stretch of it's a kind of mini tour, really, with only, maybe 10 or 12 concerts over the fall. And we're calling it an evening with me, and really it's just me and my guitar, piano, telling the stories, singing the songs I've done over the years. Of course, the big productions, and I love it. It's been amazing. Have tour buses and trucks full of equipment and band and all of that. I've loved every one of those, but something really special at this point in my career of just being able to sit in a more intimate setting and just look people in the eyes, tell the stories, sing the songs, take them on a journey, try to cram as many songs, bits and pieces of, 25, 30 songs in the night of just, remember this, hey, this. And I'm able to do that, with this just me and a guitar. People usually come to those and say, man, I love hearing you play guitar, and kind of seeing, where those songs came from, playing them the way they kind of were originally conceived and born. Mm-hmm. So that's really the night. It's kind of, again, making that journey, kind of spanning 37 years, as you said, in the 90 plus minutes we have together. Mm-hmm. And, it's a special night, and I look forward to just getting to share it with you guys there in California. Got so many great memories, so many great friends like yourself that we've journeyed for many, many years together, that it's going to be really special to get to have another homecoming, as it were.
Very cool. I will add this little tidbit. We celebrated, a year and a half ago, your 50th number one single, and that was quite a deal. And so I can imagine in a 90-minute concert trying to squeeze in your 50 number one songs would be a little tough to do. See, you have to leave. You have to leave some aside. We've got Stephen Curtis Chapman with us on the phone. He, again, is going to be in Modesto Wednesday night, September the 18th. Tickets and details, KYCC.com. And I regard Stephen as my birthday buddy. I am exactly 4 years older than him. But you don't sound a day over 31. Whatever you're doing, keep it up, my friend. And we're looking forward to having you out here in California again.
Well, thank you, brother. I am so excited. Can't wait to be with you guys. I always love coming to Modesto, coming to California, and seeing you guys, and just really, really grateful for the opportunity. Thanks for chatting with me and helping us get the word out, wake the neighbors, and do all that kind of stuff too. Because we got to dive in, we got to saddle up our horses, we got to dance with Cinderella, and I will be there. Here, there, I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We are looking forward to it, my friend. Thank you so much for the time.